Yesterday, the alternative government led by Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Justin Muturi, Martha Karua, Freddy Matiang'i, and Peter Munya, they called a crisis meeting, as you see on these images. And guys, in this video, I want to walk you through what might be the reason why this loyal opposition called this crisis meeting. And guys, before we dive in, if this is your first time coming across us, kindly please take a minute or two, click that subscribe button, then allow the notification button to be on. Whenever we shall be producing a video like this one, YouTube will automatically be giving you a notification. Reason number one is about the emerging of Edwin Sifuna. Sifuna is coming and Sifuna is taking this political space by storm.
Nataka kutuma ujumbe speciali kwa baba yangu mmoja ambaye pia amenilea ndani ya chama cha ODM. Mheshimiwa Paranya, mimi nakuheshimu sana. Lakini leo nimekuja Sabatia na nataka kukuomba wewe kura yako. Mheshimiwa Paranya. Mimi vile najua Mheshimiwa Paranya, iwapo atasupport huyu Sifuna, hiyo hatuanguki, si ndio? Nataka nimwambie huko kwetu saa hii ni msimu wa kutairi, si ndio? Kijana yako akikuja kuambie baba, kumoyo kulimo, moyo iko hapo. Mimi nataka nikatwe nikuwe mwanaume. Baba, huwezi kuzuia mtoto wako bwana, jameni. Ile kitu nataka kukuomba Paranya kama baba yangu, hata kama haukubaliani na mimi naomba unibariki niende hii safari. Baraka tu, sikuombi pesa, sikuombi kitu ingine yoyote. Naomba baraka yako Mheshimiwa Paranya ili niweze kwenda hii safari. Wangapi wanakubaliana na mimi? Ujumbe umefika haijafika? Haijafika? Na Mheshimiwa Paranya, mimi najua hata wewe unasikia kilio ya wananchi. Mimi pia najua unasikia vijana wakikuambia wamechokwa kuuawa na polisi kila siku. Pia wewe unasikia kilio kwa sababu huyu rafiki yako anaitwa William Ruto. Sisi hatumchukii, lakini ameharibu taifa letu na kazi imemshinda.
And even William Samoei Ruto is very worried about this man. The other day you saw Halwale anajua Sifuna litokea wapi.
I don't know where Sifuna came from. Brian Lishenga has no idea. The Bukusu Council of Elders have no idea. We don't know where the boy came from. Nyasaye ne walero mwana. That is divine intervention.
That alone Sifuna wave is almost inafanya mambo inakuwa magumu sana kwa this loyal opposition, kwa sababu it seems that they are not working. When you look at that camp, how it is structured, look at Martha Karua, look at Justin Muturi, look at Peter Munya, look at Freddy Matiang'i, look at Rigathi Gachagua, and finally take your keen interest in Kalonzo Musyoka. These people, their influence inaisha kabisa. Now, even when you look at the Western Kenya region, where in that meeting you will see Eugene Wamalwa anasema I'm presenting those people from that region. But when you look at Eugene Wamalwa even atembea amemshinda far away. So Sifuna ndio huyo amekuja juzi ameshinda Eugene Wamalwa. So which influence did Wamalwa has in Western Kenya region? So huyo inakuwa anarudi nyuma kwanza. Issue on Sifuna emerging, that trying as much as they can to come up with a way on how they're going to neutralize Sifuna. At least pia yeye ako to just like a principal. But the guy is more than a principal. The guy has proven them wrong that, okay, I'm a presidential candidate. Kenyans has accepted me. I'm the person who is ready to face William Samoei Ruto. So hiyo ndio kitu inawaleta chini, wanakaa wanashangaa how they now maneuver. Okay, so imewafanya wote come back to drawing board waanze kujua ni wapi tutafix, ni wapi tutafanya, ndio at least tujaribu kucontain huyu kijana ambaye anaitwa Edwin Sifuna. So he emerges, inawafanya wamerudi back to drawing board. Riddle number 2 is about the presidential candidate. So among them, who is likely to be a presidential candidate who can defeat William Samoei Ruto? So that is the elephant in room kabisa. And according to the Kenyans, when they will settle on one presidential candidate, then they will manage to send Ruto home. And that presidential candidate they must settle on, already kila mtu amejua, that is Edwin Sifuna. So if they are trying to figure out to bring another presidential candidate to suit or rather Sifuna to deputize him, inakuwa ngumu sana. Kwa sababu when ukiangalia ground accept one man, Sifuna. So the ground is pro Sifuna. Even though we cannot deny this fact that Kalonzo still has that commanding in ground, but now tunaenda with the recent wave. And now Sifuna has managed to sustain this wave. And I was discussing with someone yesterday that the more we move closer to the general election, the more Sifuna becomes to be more popular. The more Sifuna continue to win the more hearts of the Kenyans. The more Sifuna anakuwa more popular, and the more Sifuna is now getting more followers. It's only that tumebaki tu ni chama ipi atakaa mnacho. But from all indications, Sifuna might adopt one of the party, alafu akwe party leader, then akuje nayo. Even DAP Kenya, tusishangae jamaa kuja with that party, kwa sababu the registrar political of party amemblock kabisa to register Linda Mwananchi party as a party, amekataa. So the only option Sifuna is going to shock everyone, atakuja then adopt one of the party there. Even if it is DAP Kenya, ataichukua, ataangalia in Western region Kenya ni chama gani iko, even the part of Jirongo, anaweza take one of the party then rebrand the party na kuje nayo. Even those people anasemanga where is Sifuna's party, that guy is not also si mchache. Kuna mali is trying to figure out, okay, hawa watu wakikataa hapa, what shall we do, tukuje na hii. So the presidential candidate is the one major factor ambayo imeleta hawa watu pamoja kusema guys, things is now changing. Kenyans are now changing. The politics is changing shape. We need to act as fast as now. Lakini tukingoja time we move, this guy Sifuna will surprise us. And guys, number 3 is about now the conflict that has been in opposition. Mutulu akisimama anasema hivi, the other day you saw Peter Munya on Citizen TV how he was gasketing Rigathi Gachagua to be too much dictator. Just check.
But he told you today in that function, he says nyinyi ni kama miti, hamwezi kutembea, you know. Yeah, you are valueless politically.
That's why I'm happy he's not a presidential candidate. Because I don't think I would want that kind of a person to be, I would not support that kind of a candidate, a person to run the country. Because those dictatorial tendencies are the same ones we are saying we don't want in the current government. How can you call people meaty, walking like sticks? I think there's something wrong with there's something wrong with him. And he needs to address that very urgently. Yes.
Tell me something. Did this come up at Monday's Azimio Council meeting, which was attended virtually by former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Did it come up?
What?
This matter of the bullying and the dictatorial...
In the discussion, the general discussion?
Yes.
Not at all. We consulted me, Justin Muturi, and Lenny Kivuti on this particular matter. And we decided to make a statement. Because he talked about our parties. He didn't talk about Wiper. He didn't talk about even Jubilee, even though he has talked about Jubilee in the past. He talked about our parties. DP, PNU, the Mbas party.
Mbas, yes.
And another party led by Kawira. So we consulted and said we needed to make a statement that would advise him to change his ways.
When were you asked to dissolve your party?
He was in a church function in Meru, And after the church is when he addressed media in a rally and said we need to solve our parties and join the Mulima party. He says DCP is a Mulima party. One party, one people, one region.
So these are the things that are forcing these people to come together. Kwa sababu wakiendelea like we have huko without them meeting, then wata lose. Kwa sababu yani what Peter Munya speaks, what Muturi speaking, yani kama those people from Mount Kenya, those key principal from Mount Kenya ni kama hawelewani kabisa. So the other core principal, let me say like Fred Matiang'i, let me say like Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa watakuwa like, guys, we are in this together. Why are you people from this region? Huyu akiamuka analima hivi, huyu akiamuka analima hivi. We need to speak the one language. Hata kama Rigathi ame overtake the mountain, nyinyi na party zenyu you have also to support this one cause to get Ruto out of the power. Na kama tutafika mahali pia sisi tuanze kugongana, huyu anagongana huko, huyu anagongana huko, then hakuna place tutaenda. So that's the main thing inawafanya wa come together to agree that let's speak the one language and let's ensure that Ruto does not penetrate between us. Kwa sababu wakicheza kidogo, Ruto can easily penetrate between them na watakuwa wamebaki kwa mataa. I don't know ni watawaambia nini watu. What is your thought on that? Drop it in comment section. I'll be doing my best to read it and giving you a response. And with that, guys, peace and love.